morning to you. You are watching Y in the Morning, your favorite breakfast show. We do this every day between 7 and 10 a.m. So as you know, it's Tuesday, it's Entrepreneurship Tuesday, and today we feature a number of young people who are pursuing their passions and trying to make ends meet and also turning their passions into checks, you know. So my name is Hilda Wadidi. Make sure you do stand by. I hope you did catch that interview with One Barrymore and Tamasha Paint. Now it's about time we talk to somebody who has found love, who has fallen in love with something that is Lenzi, let me put it, Lenzi related. So he is J. Ulysses, he's a filmmaker, and he's from Daystar. And I just, you know, I gotta mention that because, you know, I'm always proud of my alumni, you know. Anyway, please, J. Ulysses, please say good morning to the people.
Good morning, viewers. I'm J. Ulysses. Yeah.
Karibu sana, J. Ulysses. So where did you discover your drive for film? Because I can see you've studied electronic media here. That's kind of broadcast.
I think it started when I was young. Napenda camera work and film, and more about storytelling. Because film is about storytelling, so you have the equipments and the camera, maybe you can show the whole thing. Yeah.
When you have the So tell me about your first film before we talk about this one that we've just seen here.
I started by acting.
Oh, you started in front of the camera. Oh, okay.
Yeah, not in front of the camera, but the skills in church, Najdanini is maybe school year, primary school year. Yeah.
So what roles were you playing? What was your first role like?
Because I'm a nice guy, I used to play the nice guy. Yeah.
Okay, so what have you ever been given a bad guy role? And what's a nice guy role? That's kind of an interesting question to ask. What do you define as nice guy? Who's a nice guy?
A nice guy is it's a person who everyone can relate to. Yeah.
So if nobody can relate to you, you're a bad guy.
Yeah. If a child can look at you and be like, I want to be you, then maybe you're playing the bad guy. Yeah.
So tell me about your background. Like, which schools did you go to? I've already mentioned that you're from Daystar, but can you tell me about your journey, even how you landed in Daystar? Why did you even choose Daystar in the first place, you know?
First of all, I was really into video editing. Then I started at Nairobi University, did a PR. Did PR. Then maybe before I joined Daystar for like 5 months, then I joined Z-Tech to maybe perfect some video editing skills. Then I went to Daystar. Yeah.
So you've confused me a little bit. University of Nairobi PR, then Daystar, then Z-Tech, then Daystar.
It's more strategizing because when you get into the field, maybe you know how to relate to people, talk to people. Then maybe you do a short course on public relations, something like that. Repeat a weapon, marketing yourself, maybe handling crisis in case something goes bad about the film industry. Yeah.
So tell me about how you get how do you do your productions? Where do you get your support from? Like in terms of capital, what equipments do you have and where did you get them from?
Started with phone. And phone ilikuwa ya nini? The black market, iko expensive sana. And then in terms of the equipment, camera, lighting and everything, maybe film is about teamwork. You know someone who also maybe a camera, lighting equipment, then alafu mnaka pamoja. Then you do something great. But in terms of my own equipments, my parents have bought me those now.
Oh, so you did get some support from your parents as well when it came to getting some equipment here and there?
Yeah, and so with other friends, yeah.
All right, so as a filmmaker, what kind of films, what would you say are the kind of films that you like to do? Because I can see you have wasted emotions, wasted talent, a lot of waste. So can you please tell me the kind of films or the type of films you like to make?
I focus on maybe to motivate people.
To motivate people?
Yeah, to motivate
motivational films?
Yeah, motivational films, because a lot of people have the talent, but mtu anasema, I don't have the equipment. Maybe you are not believing in yourself. So at least those things will push you to believe in yourself and focus on yourself and maybe put time into your craft. Yeah.
You take time into your craft and not give up on yourself.
Yeah.
So tell me about Wasted Emotions. We've just started, we've opened this segment watching an interesting film, very short film there. And I can see, let me not say it too many times, but okay. Please tell me what was going on. What was your brainchild when it came to this particular project?
Wasted Emotion, the idea came from a friend of mine, Masimaina, and she gave me the idea, then I brainstormed it. Then I came up with how to shoot it. Maybe she had the cast, and then I focused on the camera and the editing part and directed few part of the clips. Oh,
so she did the casting, but you did the technical work.
Yeah, the technical part all of the.
So what was the message? What did you want? What was the purpose? When you guys put your heads together, what message did you want to put across?
I think there are two messages onto the clip, because the first one is, like, if you are going through depression, seek help. And then the other one is that if you're in a relationship, trust your partner. Because ya kwanza, the guy was depressed. And then and I seek help from the chick who was dating the other guy, the black dude. But when you want jeans kono chai, because they were kwa relationship, akatoka. Then after ametoka kurudi akapata the other guy was told akam maybe guide him, pia ku open up about what the guy was going through. Then the main guy, the guy who was dating the chick, akarudi kama akapata pamoja, and then he thought she was cheating on him. Yeah. So the first one is that maybe kwa relationship, ijalishi your age, trust your partner, and maybe if you are going through stuff, it doesn't matter your age, seek help. Na pia volunteer into, maybe kama uko na roho ya kusaidia watu, maybe listen to people, venture into that. Yeah.
Or listening to people, but you see now that has gotten people here in trouble. Anyway, let's talk about the other one, which is wasted talent. Yes, yes. What was going on? This one kind of looks more fun. So what was going on?
Yeah, let me start by introducing the guy. Mwenye anaimba alitango Steven Tengo. He's a photographer. The other one is Steven Lee. He's a pia uimba. He's a rapper.
The Black Pablo.
Those are usually AKA. Then the other guy is Sabbe Abjalis. They are my friends. So we started by shooting YouTube mini videos. Maybe I talk about maybe the real issues people go through. Yeah, the common thing people are going through
from the grassroots.
Yeah.
I can see you've used a few reactions here and there. But I'd really like to hear this.
Wasted talents is about you as a person not focusing on your craft. Maybe seeking help from someone who is maybe trying to do you. Because ukisik help from person mwenye mko na the same passion, anaweza kuput down.
Yeah.
So it's about broadening your mind and focusing on ujue ni mwenye ni nani, na pia coming close to God. Na pia identify the tangwaji, hizo strength, weaknesses and your opportunities to pursue your craft. Yeah.
So what does that say about teamwork? Because you've mentioned something very interesting, which is sometimes if you're doing the same thing someone else is doing, they will pull you down or try to sabotage. Why? Like so how do you trust the people that you work with, if you are doing the same thing?
Well, I'm a child of God, and I believe God will guide me in everything I choose. Because God ukimweka mbele, then atakondole everything. Even if kuna mtu atakuplay, maybe look at the positivity that you may learn something. Because the people who are really into the same thing you are doing, but they see you as a threat. That's what we talk about kwa hiyo clip. So just tuseme tu niweka tu Mungu karibu.
And we can all win anyway.
Yeah. But kuna watu wana roho ingine pia huwezi jua. Yeah.
I see. That's a very interesting observation. But there's also, I've noticed you talk about God a lot. And in your bio, you surprised me. Is the first statement that Jay Ulysses, if you ever go and check his bio, is I'm a child of God. So what is it about spirituality or spiritualism that has you so grounded?
From my mother's side, kuna pastor, pia kuna sister. We are Catholics. And from my dad's side, kuna the cousin there's a nun. So I was brought up
there's
kwa
a
nun.
There's a nun even. Oh.
So I think I was brought up in
Okay.
kila kitu ni maombi. So that's why I love pia looking at my life, maybe I will nini singefika pa niko sahi if it wasn't for God. Hata sahi nilikuwa kwa hii interview pia.
Oh God, I like that. I feel like saying bless you, brother, and all that. But anyway, let's go back to business. When you started releasing your films and putting them on YouTube, what responses did you get? Even not just from people outside, even from the people closest to you, you know, maybe your classmates or whatever, Daystar or Zaytech or UN, because now three universities. What did they say?
I think the first thing people said is funny, ziko funny.
Ziko funny.
And then personally pia mimi nafanya na create, maybe I create with the content niachie watu, maybe not really to entertain them but msela and kitu from there. But some end up just laughing. Nasema kitu ni funny, ziko poa, endelea. And then
Still entertaining,
yeah, still entertaining, but I wish at least we get the message.
Oh.
No.
As much as you're trying to entertain us, you don't want the message to fly over our heads.
Yeah.
Okay, so tell me about what you plan to diversify into in future. Okay, so what after this? What next? Like, what do you plan to do? What are your goals for the next 2 or 3 years?
Nasikia kusema wache ikuwe surprise, but utakanika sina kitu kwa mind.
What? You've not thought about it just yet?
Yeah. But maybe starting my own company, alafu to shoot many films. At the moment, I have ideas, but the budget ni tight.
Challenges. Those are your challenges.
Budget ni tight. And then sometime you might give someone someone who is into craft, your craft, the same craft, but unampea idea, unapata idea ishashutiwa na mtu mwingine. So at the moment pia ni ku focus more. Pia I've shot music videos. But maybe goal yangu sana maybe ni kuanzisha maybe a company which will be shooting maybe adverts, films and everything about visual arts yani. Yeah.
All right, so I wish you the best of luck with that. When it comes to marketing yourself, now that you've said you've experienced a few challenges here and there, what are some of the tactics that you're using, considering you're a student of PR?
Social media is everything. You could post links everywhere. Alafu zingine pia ni creating posters, maybe printing posters and then you go ukizistick kila pahali. Kama kuna watu wanastikisha za waganga then pia wewe stikisha zako. Not hiyo chini yake au juu yake, but do the same thing. Yeah.
And go and put your
spread them, yeah.
Yeah, you're kind of funny. Let me just put it like that. That's a very interesting example to use. But anyway, sawa. Let's talk about maybe when it comes to films, you know, there are different types of films, and based on the fact that you proclaim that you're very spiritual and you're very religious, are there some films you would never do or some roles you would not take? Because we have issues of homosexuality and all that. What would be your reaction if you ever got somebody who can finance a film and all that, but wanted you to make these films? What would you do?
It's a big no for me.
It's a big no. You'd say no.
Because film, I think when you're happy, maybe you can watch film when you're happy, but at the end of the film, maybe you feel sad. Maybe the emotional connection of the film. It's the same thing with music, pure music videos. By the time you're shooting something, you have to be emotionally stable. Na tuseme tu emotionally into the craft. Na kai emotions zako maybe kuna something in a bit, then utatoa kitu mbaya na maybe conscience zako itakuwa poa. Because the peace of mind is the same na. If you have peace of mind, then your creativity is a bit higher. Na kai peace of mind at the moment ukishoot the same hiyo kitu haiko at the nini your level yani your average level, then acha tu na.
So you wouldn't compromise at all?
Nah.
Okay, sawa basi. So if what would you change about the Kenyan film industry if you could change something? Like if the government could make maybe your life easier or whatever, what would you want them to do?
Maybe waanzishe kukuwe na more location to shoot, because everyone shoot kuna maybe in town. There are nini good street unaweza shoot scene, but hizo restriction ni mingi, and then you have to talk to someone to someone. Maybe wanaweza nishe kitu kama hall, if you have something to do with green screen upate kuna already kuna green screen ndani. and then maybe like maybe parks, because in park pia unaweza shoot romantic movies, unaweza shoot pia horror, unaweza shoot art action movie.
You want to shoot horror in the park? I thought you said you want to scare us. No. Anyway.
But horror is going to buy. Yeah.
Okay, so Basi, so what can we look forward to when it comes to what's next for you? Like, what other projects, what other films can we expect you to be releasing, maybe over the next month or so?
Yeah, I've written a couple of synopses, but maybe sitting down with the scriptwriter to analyze the whole thing and how long it will be. Maybe if the budget is good, maybe it could maybe a film refu. But car budget tight, maybe make it maybe a 15 to 40 minutes in a short film.
What's the message? Can you leak? Can you give us a tease? What can we expect from this particular film?
Ziko mingi. There's one about kuna moja zika imechezwa ya nini ya nimebia off guard nimesahau.
Umesahau?
Kuna moja about maybe an action film. It's about a guy mwenye anaenda kwa maybe a scientist nini organization. Then he goes to maybe and find out that the government is not a government, it's an NGO.
Oh,
in a deal na developing a chemical maybe to burn to clear off maybe a population. Then on finding that kwenda home anapata bibi yake amekidnapiwa, sort of that, then
okay, sounds hard. Thank you so much for giving us that small synopsis. What have you called it? We have to wait for that one also.
Hapo tutacheza chini kidogo.
Okay, this how no pressure. I like the fact that you say that you're working with different script writers. Who is it in the film industry that you admire in this country? Like, who is there anybody you'd like to work with even here in Kenya?
Abel Mutua. Yeah, I like the guy.
But why is it? Because he's funny also.
Maybe. Like pose attract. Maybe he's funny, pia mimi ni funny. Ni light skin, kuna venye pia rangi yangu imeweza.
Okay, so you like Abel Mutua.
Yeah.
All right. So if the fans wanted to get you on social media, where would they get you?
J Ulysses, kila pahali. And then my email is at julysses@gmail.com. Yeah.
So yes, please, if you want to find him, please make sure you do check out J Ulysses. But now, because in the spirit of inspiring other entrepreneurs outside there who are watching us, other young people, what words of encouragement, or, I don't know, considering you're very spiritual, what words of encouragement do you have for someone at home who's willing to pursue this line of work? Yeah.
I think at the moment, kila mtu ametoka place, naona. And maybe where you are at the moment, maybe 3-5 years ago, you pray to be where you are at the moment. Pia, like, you nini una hold vitu zenye ulikuwa na pray about maybe 10 years ago. So believe to, like, when you achieve hivyo, pia utaachieve hivyo. So alafu, take a deep breath and relax, yani. Take one step at a time. Yeah. Usifocus on more like jina yangu itakamkujulikana in 10 years. Yeah, it's good to dream big, but take the baby steps, yani. Like focus on your next project. You kisha next project too. Hivyo tu. No pressure.
One day at a time, and you appreciate the process, yeah? Because after all, if it came so quickly, we might not have appreciated it anyway. So I guess thank you so much, J Ulysses, for coming to studio today. I've enjoyed your films, and I hope you have enjoyed them as well at home. Please make sure you do slide into our DM and give us a few comments. At Y254 channel on Twitter, the hashtag is Y in the morning. Hashtag Entrepreneurship Tuesday. On Facebook, we're at Y254. On Instagram, Y254_channel. On YouTube, at Y254. On DSTV channel 376. Signet 824 *1054. So make sure you do keep it here. My name is Hilda Wadidi. Barry Moses is coming up next. The next interview. Don't go anywhere. Entrepreneurship Tuesday goes on shortly.